Hey everybody, welcome. It's James, and it's another episode of my N-Scale Train Layout Show. Tonight I'm going to talk to you a little bit about roads and kind of my thinking with regard to roads. I knew I wanted roads for cars on my layout. I like having cars and trains. But I also knew that I didn't have the skill as a new modeler to be able to create those roads. Woodland Scenics has a pretty interesting road creation system where you've got, a plaster and you paint it and you've got to put the little bumpers up. And I just felt like that was really too complicated for me. I'm not saying I won't go that route down the road, but right now I know that it would be really, really difficult for me, especially in certain parts of the layout, to build the roads, plaster them down, paint them, and then detail them so that they looked okay. So I went online and I looked around to see if there were ready-made road products that would be of a quality good enough for the layout I want to produce, and yet wasn't custom or something that was so expensive that it would just be ridiculous to purchase. I didn't find a whole lot, but I did find something from a website called CMR Products, and their product is called Easy Streets. And there's a couple of reasons why I chose to try this product out, and I'm going to show you a little bit more about it in a second. One is that on the CMR website, they have these Easy Streets. They're available in a bunch of different sizes and curves, and they do have some nice road markings, not overly sophisticated, but good enough. But the thing that really also inspired me was that they provided free templates of the shapes of each of these products. And so I was able to take those templates, download them at 100%, and put them on my layout and to get an idea of which products I was going to need. And the thing is that really made it a lot easier for me to order this product. And I ended up spending about $100. I'm going to show you, what it looks like on the layout. But the bottom line is that these are what they call, I think, styrene. And they come in 4 different colors. This is the new asphalt, but they also have an aged asphalt, like 2 different grades of aged asphalt, and then aged concrete. I chose the brand new ones, and the reason is kind of my overall philosophy with regard to this layout, and that is I am less focused on realism, okay, and more focused on making my layout world the way I want it to be. And it doesn't have to be fantastic, but the fact is that I wanted brand new roads. That was just my decision, that I wanted to have brand new fresh roads because the streets on my layout never get dirty. Okay, so that's why I chose this. I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of screwing around to show you what the layout looks like. Again, my purpose was less about creating sort of this realistic grid, but more to being able to create a really fun place for me to put some cars, including some cars that have like little lighted headlights and stuff like that, as well as have like an urban area that has a block without like a ton of intersections and getting bogged down by, trying to create something that could be more or could be considered more realistic. So anyway, that's what I got. CMR Products, they're called Easy Streets. We're going to check them out. Here we go. Okay, so I've laid out what I've got in terms of these easy roads. I think they look pretty good. There's a couple that I unfortunately need to cut longer pieces in order to fit. And it looks like I also forgot to get one of those hard curves. But the rest of it looks pretty good, This Easy Streets might not be good enough quality for everybody. If you look at it, like I said, you got 4 different grades or shades, depending on whether you want new asphalt or weathered. And then the back is like plastic. And this is actually going to be really helpful to me, especially like around here, because what my plan is to have a decline here and then come under here and then come back up. Not sure if I'm going to be able to do that or not. Probably should have planned that a little sooner in the process. Might just end up having the road and the railroad cross, and as you can see, I wasn't able to get it where the actual railroad crossings would normally be, but that's okay. You know what I mean? It's like I get to make this any way I want, and I purposely, intentionally chose a design that would allow me to show a lot of buildings, and it doesn't necessarily have to be, you know, it doesn't have to be up to the code, if you know what I'm saying. So anyway, I'm pretty happy with Easy Streets. I'm not sure if I'm gonna stick with it forever, but I think that in building this layout, once I get the plaster on, that these sheets are gonna be just fine for me. So I give it my approval, and hopefully in the later months, you'll be able to see my best work on it, and you'll think it's pretty cool too. Thanks for watching. Bye.